Hey everyone, it's Rashida and Marshall. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. We're going to be taking it through a Pilates Sculpt flow, a quick routine with a mix of exercises and incorporating some different props. So before we jump in, if you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all future routines and wellness chats and dance tutorials and all of that. And for those who are returning, as I say in every single video, you know, I appreciate the support. I'm so glad that you're back and I hope you enjoyed today's workout. So in terms of what I have here, I have some light weights. These are 1 pound. If you want to go a little heavier, you can, or you can opt to not include weights in the routine. I also have a loop band or a booty band. This tension is medium. I would say to go for something that's not too heavy, but you can choose what resistance works best based on your current goals. And then I also have my magic circle. We're only going to use this for one exercise, so if you don't have one, completely fine. You could use a towel or maybe a heavier resistance band, something with heavy tension in place of it. So we're going to sit these off to the side and get started. All right, so we're going to start in a seated position really fast just to kind of warm us up here. I want you to rest the arms on the legs and just take a minute to find length through the top of the head as you start to connect with your breath, taking a deep breath in and exhale. Again, breathing in here and release. Go ahead and take one more. And as you exhale, just feel like the shoulders are drawing down away from the ears. So you're finding that length through the spine. And now from here, let's take that left arm up to the ceiling. Inhale as you stretch up and out of the hip, reaching to the high diagonal. And then exhale, lower. Going over to your other arm as we lift. And release. One more each side. And exhale. Last one. We're going to take those arms out to the side. We're reaching, lift the rib cage as you twist to one direction. And then back to face the front, over to the other side. Lift and twist. And then release, facing the front. One more each direction. Really find that lift the spine. And then back to face the front. Last one. Good. From here, reach those arms up, big stretch. And then exhale as you bring the palms behind the back of the head. Just go ahead and let the head press on the back of the palms, or the head press on the palms as the elbows go back, and then coming to center. And then one more, inhale, really finding that lift through the front of the body as we look up. And then exhale, center. Good. Go ahead and reach those arms straight up to the ceiling, and then let them melt down as you release the breath. So now from here, let's go ahead and turn to face one edge of the mat. You have the knees bent, feet planted down. You're just gonna reach the arms out. We're gonna slowly round ourselves down onto the mat here, maybe walking down the back of the legs. And then once you're there, just go ahead and let the arms melt by the sides and just let the knees go from left to right. Quick windshield wipers. One more to your left. And then we're bringing the legs back in. Go ahead and hug the knees in towards the chest, finding this ball shape here, gently rocking left to right. Let's go ahead and get prepared for our 100. So reach over and grab onto your weights. And then we're gonna have the arms by the side, elbows bent. So for our 100, we'll do the first half with the pump of the arms, and then second half will be flutters of the legs. Feel free to choose what feels best for you as we move through. So I want you to go ahead and find the lift of head, neck, and shoulders. Arms are hugged in by the rib cage. Take an exhale as you reach the arms to the side, legs in tabletop. You start here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, keeping that upper ab curl. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, legs flutter.
and exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, strong movements. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last inhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. We pause, draw the knees in, bend the elbows, and rest the head. Good, go ahead and take a quick rest from there. We're gonna go into some half roll down and full roll down variation. So sit your weights by the side, or maybe keep them in the arms as you rock up to a seated position. And then once you're here, knees bent as we had them in the beginning of the routine, grab back onto your weights. Now I want you to reach the arms out toward your feet. The palms are facing up toward the ceiling as we go through this. So I want you to reach your arms up as you inhale. I want you to round back. Keep those arms up overhead. Exhale as you go forward and let the arms melt down just to parallel to the ground. Again, we sweep the arms up, feel those biceps engaged, round halfway towards the mat, and then lift, and then arms lower. Let's take it into 2 more. Very controlled work to keep those feet rooted down. Last one, we draw the arms up, shoulders stay drawn down from the ears. And then release. Now, maybe you continue working on that. Maybe you round all the way down to the mat with the palms now facing the ground. So we're slowly rounding ourselves fully onto our backs, bone by bone. Let the arms sweep back behind you. We're taking a nice circle here by the sides. Draw the arms in towards the body, and now chin to chest. Round and lift. And then again, inhale, slowly articulate the spine. Let the arms reach back past the ears, sweep out, and now exhale. Good, we have just 2 more. So maybe this is working for you here. Maybe you choose to lengthen the legs and add a little more of a challenge to it. Last one. And full reach, shoulder blades glide across the ground, and exhale. And then we're up, really good. So now from here, you're gonna round down and stay reclined. Then we're gonna go to the magic circle. So we're slowly down. Go ahead and sit the weights off to the side. Grab onto that circle, or maybe your towel or band if you're substituting. Let's start with our right leg. We're placing the foot onto the padded portion of the circle if you're using one here with me. So now I just want you to take a quick stretch as you pull the leg in towards you. Feel that nice release through the back of the legs. And then we're gonna go into our tree. So I want you to reach the leg forward, chin to chest, peel off the mat as you lift, lifting tall and center, maybe bending the elbows as you pull that leg, and then slowly round down, bringing that leg with you. Inhale. And nice stretch here. And then exhale as we go up. Take it into 2 more. As you're moving through this, really make sure that you're not using momentum as you go through. And you can also bend that bottom leg too and plant the foot down on the mat if that assists you with going through. We're gonna come back up once more. Now, as you're here, keep the lift of that leg, hold on with the opposite arm. So my left arm is holding on. You're reaching the right arm out toward the leg. I want you to twist and sweep away. Lift tall, inhale, and exhale, draws that arm back. Again for 2, as you stretch, open up through the front of the body, and then facing back towards the circle. 1 more. And then we're all the way in. Good. Grab back onto the circle, slowly round yourself down again. And then we're gonna switch the legs. So taking that right foot out and the left leg plants in. We're holding it here. I want you to reach through the heel, so feel like you're pulling the toes down towards you, getting that nice stretch through the back of the leg. And then when you're ready, we start to round up. Exhale. And then slowly back down, bone by bone, so the base of the spine goes towards the mat first. And exhale, lift. Let's go into 2 more. This one is such a nice release for the back. Last one, then we're gonna stay up and go into that twist. And then we're up. And now from here, right hand now is staying hold onto the magic circle. Reach that left arm toward the leg. Find your twist as you sweep away on that inhale, lengthen through the fingers, and then release the breath, turn back to face the front. Again for 2. Feel like your hips are staying anchored down on the mat. This way you're not shifting, so the lower body is rooted down. 1 more as we twist away. And then back to center. Good. And then from here, grabbing back onto the circle, slowly round down as both arms are holding on. And then we can go ahead and remove the circle, remove the foot, and that's it. We won't be revisiting it. I just wanted to add that stretch in. So now you're grabbing onto your weights again, and go ahead and get situated if you need to here. Bring your legs in toward the chest. You're gonna reach those arms back overhead. We're going into our single leg stretch. So the arms are gonna stay hovered at 45 degrees. You're lifting head, neck, and shoulders. Find that upper ab curl. Reach one leg out, and then we alternate. For 2, and 2, and reach 3, and 4. Last 4, and 4, 3, and 3, 2, 1, and 1. Good. Circle the arms in, resting back down. Our double leg stretch is gonna be a variation with tabletop legs. So we're gonna start here. I want you first though to shift your legs to tabletop. So find that 90-90 angle at the hips and knees. Lifting, the arms are just resting right above the knees here. You're gonna reach the legs down, tap the toes. As the arms reach back, exhale, come into center. Again here for 2, reaching away, and lift. So you wanna work to keep your neutral spine. Maybe the toes reach somewhere above the mat, but not quite tapping it. So choose what feels better for you. Last 4, and 4. Again for 3, and 3. Last 2, and 2. Here's our final one. And then rest, draw the knees in, and let the head lower. We have 1 more here, our scissors with the arms hovered above the mat. So I want you to reach the legs up toward the ceiling. Those arms are by the sides here. Find the lift of head, neck, and shoulders again. Arms are gonna stay steady. Reach your right leg down as you pull the left leg in toward you. Feel that stretch, and switch. Again for 2, and 2. For 3, reaching the legs long out of the hip socket. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. You just hold it here, working the arms a little differently. For 3, and 3. Last 2, and 2. Final ones. Whew. And then we lower. Really nice. Go ahead and take a nice rock from left to right. We're gonna use a forward and back rocking motion to come up to seated. Keep the weights in hand or sit them to the side and grab back on once you're up. We're gonna use them in our next exercise here. So now I want you to extend the legs out onto the mat, and we just have them the width of the mat here. Now we have a spine stretch forward with a slight variation. We're gonna have another twisting leg movement. So I want you to keep the arms parallel to the ground. Inhale, lift tall through the crown of the head. Exhale, draw the belly in and reach. You're keeping the ankles flexed as you reach through the heels. Start to stack the spine back upright as we lift. Inhale, and then exhale as we stretch. Now on your next one, I want you to slightly reach towards your right foot. So you're going over, keep the left hip rooted down. Now I want you to stay here. Take that right arm as you sweep it up and around, all the way into a circle, reaching back towards that right foot, and then lift, facing back to center. And then we go over to the left side. So slight rotation there towards your left leg. And now you're taking that left arm up, maybe following it with the head, all the way back towards your foot, and then we're coming into center. Let's go ahead and do 1 more each side. Exhale, reach. Take that right arm up here, inhale, and release. And then lift the spine as you use that inhale breath. Last one over to your left leg. The left arm is lifting, full rotation. And then we bring ourselves upright. facing the front. Go ahead and let the arms melt down by the side. You're gonna bring the legs in, and then we're gonna prepare to go back down onto the mat to turn onto our belly. So we just have the arms reaching out, slowly round down, maybe bending the knees if that works for you. And then once you're here, turn onto the belly. So now we're gonna continue to use the weights, or you can keep them off to the side. You're gonna reach your arms out in a T position here. And I want you to draw the legs in together, keep them active, engage the glutes. So the forehead is down to get us set. Now on your inhale, I want you to float upper body off the mat. Feel upper and mid back working to peel the chest away from the ground. And then exhale, lengthen through the top of the head as you release. And then again for 2, as we come up here. And lower. Again, for 3, maybe adding the legs as well. You're drawing those shoulder blades together, and then lengthen to lower. Again for 4. Let's take it into one more. Now you're gonna find that lift. Stay lifted, reach the arms back behind you, heels together, toes apart, tap the heels here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release as you melt back down. Good. Taking a quick pause, we're gonna sit the weights by the side and then press the palms by the rib cage, and then take a quick child's pose stretch here, sending the hips toward the heels. All right, let's go ahead and bring the body back up. So you can walk the palms in toward the knees, and then we're gonna turn. Let's come into a seated position, and now grab on to your loop band, and let's get this around the legs. So going into some bridge and some leg variations. I'm gonna have it above the knees, so see how that feels for you. Feet are planted down, arms reaching out. Again, slowly round yourself down. And then once we're here, palms are resting by the side, maybe walking the feet until they're closer towards the body, and then arms are reaching toward the heels as you keep the upper body stable and rooted down. Let's go into our bridge. Move through your pelvic tilt, press the low back into the mat, press the hips to the ceiling here as we inhale, engaging the glutes and hamstrings, and then exhale as we round down. One more just with the bridge, again as we go up. And release. On the next one, go ahead and keep that lift, pressing up to the ceiling. We hold it here, we take the legs out for 2 and 1, and then lower. And then again, articulating off the mat as we press, opening the legs as you press into the band, and then lower. 2 more. Really working on staying lifted as you go through that open and close. So notice if the hips want to start to sink down as you add that variation. And then again. All right, let's take it through one more like this. And then our very last one will add a little more open and close. And then we're down. Now on that last one, go ahead and find the bridge, press up. We hold it here, and now we have 8 as we go out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then we round through the spine, we lower down. Whew. Good, maybe a quick windshield wiper there, and then we're gonna come up, we're gonna do some crab march or crab walks, marching crab, whatever you wanna call them. All right, so go ahead and hug the knees towards the chest, and then rock yourself back up to seated. All right, we're lifting here, and then you're gonna plant those palms behind you. Feet are rooted down. Now to get you started, just feel like you're already engaging into the band. Feel like you have some of that resistance that you're working against. I want you to again engage the glutes as you press the hips to the ceiling, and feel like you're also lifting the sternum to the ceiling too. Try not to sink into the shoulders. Now we're holding it here. Maybe it's enough for you just to hold this and work through going up and down for a few reps, all right? Or maybe you go into another one here, stay lifted with us, and now let's take that right leg off of the mat, draw the knee toward the chest, and lower, and then switch. Now, as you're lifting one leg off of the mat, feel the glute of that other leg really working to keep you steady and lifted. 2 more each leg. 2, the band always wants to slide up on me on this one. 2, last ones. And then lift. Good, and then slowly lower. Nice, and then from there, just let the legs lengthen. Take a nice stretch toward your toes. And then we're up. So now from here, let's go into some side work. So we're gonna turn onto the right side and then go ahead and lay yourself fully flat onto the mat. That bottom arm can be bent underneath the head. The top arm, palm is pressed behind the back of the head, elbow is wide. So now from here, as you take your exhale, I want you to lift the head and lift your top leg, crunch toward the hip. So you're pulling elbow towards the hip here. Inhale, lower the head and leg, and then exhale up. Again for 3. And I'm actually gonna lengthen my bottom arm. It feels a little better for me. And then lift for 4. So we have 4 more. Very controlled. Try not to pull on the back of your head or pull on the neck. Work against the band. Don't let it pull you down towards or pull your leg down towards the bottom one. Last 2. Now on this last one, find that lift. We hold it here, head stays up, pulse that leg up, reach through the heel. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. And then we rest down. Good. And now we're just gonna turn to the other side. Just gonna pop up, sweep around, and then we're here. All right, top arm behind the back of the head, and make sure the side body is engaged and stacked. I forgot to say it on the other side, so make sure that's happening. We're gonna find that lift on your exhale, elbow toward the hip, lifting the top leg. And then again for 2. And lower, and lift for 3. Very controlled, feel the side body working. We have just 4 more. And up for 3. Last 2, work through that burn. Whew, I'm feeling it. 1 more, find the lift, hold it, reach through your heel, we pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. And then we're down. Oh my goodness, okay. So now turn onto your back. Go ahead and get rid of the band. Maybe fling it across the room if your legs are burning. And let's do a figure 4 stretch. So we're crossing one leg in front here, and then we're holding it, or maybe you pull the leg fully in toward the chest. I know there are some props that I use with clients and they don't like. I have a couple clients in particular who don't like using the Pilates ball for adduction work, and when we're finally done using it, they sometimes like to toss it somewhere because they don't want me to bring it back into the routine. So now go ahead and switch, alternating. Getting a nice release from here. All right, go ahead and place both the feet back down and then turn onto one side of the body and press yourself up to seated. Let's go into a nice mermaid stretch as well. So you're gonna have the legs staggered, maybe the knees are stacked, or maybe you have more of a Z position with the legs, and you're holding onto the ankles, one ankle, top one, lifting tall, reach your arm out to the side as you go up past the ear and then stretch to the high diagonal. And then back down. And then again here for 2 as we lift and stretch and lower. Last one. And then as you come out of that stretch, it's going to a counter release as you bring the arm down, and then the opposite one. Let's go of the ankle and reaches past the opposite side of the body. Coming back up, we're just gonna sweep over to the other side. Same thing, finding your desired position, holding onto the ankle, lifting tall, reach your arm to the ceiling here, and then stretch out of the hip up to the high diagonal. And then back into center. And then again. Last one. finding that stretch. And then exhale, going over to the other side and lift. All right, and then we are bringing ourselves back up. Go ahead and bring those legs back into center as we started in the very beginning, crisscross. And then you're gonna bring the hands behind the back of the head, and then we'll use this stretch one more time. Take an inhale, lift through the front of the body, look up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, let's add a round of the spine this time. So pulling the belly in, draw the elbows in towards center. And then again, as we lift, use those abdominals to lift you out of that rounded position, looking up. And then exhale. Last one. And release. Good. And then we're drawing ourselves back up to our center position. Last time, reach your arms to the ceiling and then draw them down, shoulders drawing down away from the ears. And then we are done for today. So thank you all so much for joining me, for exercising with me through this Pilates Sculpt and Flow. I'm gonna give it a name as I edit. I'm gonna figure out what works best for it. But hopefully that was good for you, felt good for the body, and something quick that you can squeeze in just to get you moving in all different directions and get a nice Pilates flow. So thank you as always, and I can't wait to share another video with you all soon. So until then, y'all have a good one. Bye.